guys, Matt from New Summit Personal Training here. Just do a quick video here to give you some tips on your barbell back squat. We've also got a charity event coming up 5th of September, which is Squat for William. I want as many people involved as possible. And yeah, squats are hard. In my opinion, they are the single most effective compound leg exercise available. They work your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. They're going to work your core. They're going to work your upper body, your back, your posterior shoulder muscles. And they're hard. But here's a few tips for you. Hopefully will build your confidence and help you with your barbell back squat. Okay, so before we do anything, we want to think about foot position. Everybody's different depending on your hip structure, your hip mobility. But you're going to aim for foot position roughly in between hip width and shoulder width apart. Okay, feet just pointing outwards slightly. When we squat, very important to keep your knees over the toes. Okay, so as we start our descent, knees stay over the toes, and as we drive out from the hole, they don't cave in, they keep neutral over the toes as we drive out. Okay, so find your foot position. Then also, before we even do anything, we need to think about our hand position on the bar. Ideally, we keep hands as close as we can comfortably and as close as our shoulder mobility allows, because we want to create tension underneath that bar. We want to be braced. We want everything to be tight as we pull that bar down to the floor, ready to have our big drive out from the ground, okay? So, hands to the bar, as close as we feel comfortable with them. Then we're going to go underneath the bar and rest it on our traps in a high bar squat position. Then we stand, take a couple of steps back, and then we're ready to create our brace, okay? To do that, we take a big breath in, we pull our elbows down and we tighten our core muscles, and then we pull the bar down to the ground. Well, we start our descent by simultaneously pulling our hips back and flexing at the knee, and as I said, keeping those knees in line with the toes. So it should look a little something like this. Big breath in, elbows down, stomach tight, and controlled descent, okay? Looking for roughly quads square to the floor if we can. Big breath in, stomach tight, control, and drive out. When we're ready, you walk it in, take the bar, and lower. Okay. Sometimes what I see beginners doing with their barbell back squat, they're looking really good on the descent, and they get near the bottom and the weight shifts onto the front, and they end up kind of doing a bit of a back extension on the way back up. We want to keep the weight on the midfoot. Often people do that because they feel a bit scared of falling backwards at the bottom. But it comes with practice. Very important to try and keep that bar path vertical and keeping the weight over the middle of the foot, okay? The other thing as well, at the bottom, we need to be careful of the knees caving in as we drive out. Try and keep your knees out in line with those toes, okay? There's a few tips, hopefully will help you with your barbell back squat. Have no fear though, if you can't barbell back squat, there will be plenty of variations of squat for you to do on the day. So please, let me know if you want to get involved. Come and help us raise some money for a very worthy cause. I'll hopefully see you all on the 5th of September. Cheers, guys.